The Suns come into a Western Conference contest in this game, a time-honored tradition. The NBA on 2K Sports Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Suns, Ayton is out there with Sharp. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Ricky Rubio, and it's Booker in at the 2. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got his first 3 points of the game. And tonight we'll see two teams that are dedicated to the youth movement and the respective clubs. Doris, talk about the biggest challenges for a young player in this game.
Well, the world in basketball is increasingly small, so a lot of young players in the game have faced each other in AAU basketball, or if they've played collegiately, they faced each other there. So the biggest challenge sometimes for young players is not letting this become a personal matchup with the player you're looking opposite. Basketball's a team game, and while you want to outshine your opponent, you've got to do it within the context and framework of the overall team game.
Good point. Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
No good on that one.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
And he can't hit the second. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin. I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA teams.
Over Saric. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. Redick against Booker. Here's Favors. Out to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
Yeah, that's a terrific contest by Oubre. He's got the length and quickness to defend every perimeter spot, 1 through 3.
Here's Booker. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Favors inside, covered by Saric. Williamson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And the foul called on ABC. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Well, the aggressive attitude getting the best of him that time.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. And it's Bridges in for Oubre. Now Ingram. Following the miss by Frank Kaminsky from deep. And the shot goes in. Favors has got his first points of the night.
I'll tell you, that's about focus on the interior, because Favors is a super talent, and he'll find a way to score inside.
Doris, last year, a bit of a bounce-back season for Favors. Got back to doing what he does best.
No, exactly. I mean, Derek Favors probably underrated defensively. This guy eats up a ton of space, will bother a lot of shots. He can contribute even when his offense isn't there.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. And he's good on the second. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Here's Baines. There's the pass to Book over Reddick. And the Suns miss again.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Pass to Ingram. Lets it go with a three. That shot off. And Phoenix the other way now. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
30 seconds left to play here in the first. Johnson against Ball. Over Johnson. Ball, no good. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Suns have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The first one falls. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Moore against Booker. Okafor up top. Pass to Diallo. Back to Okafor. It's stolen by Kaminsky. End of 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. Suns ahead. They lead. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
On the court for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at the point guard. The Pelicans trail.
Well, it's been nothing short of a roller coaster, obviously, for Jahlil Okafor. What we know, guys, is he can be a scorer in the NBA and score it at a high level. I think his future is contingent on can he defend in the NBA. That's the only question.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for New Orleans. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Kelly Oubre comes in for Booker. Bridges kicks to Oubre. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Ayton at the elbow. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. And then for Phoenix, Sharch comes in for Kaminsky. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. And Rubio kicks to Bridges from deep. And there's Sharch on the assist from Bridges. Sharch has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pelicans trail by 3. Ball with it. No points in the game yet for him. And stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Rubio with a wide open look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Well, the catch and shoot game. Typically, Rubio's on the passing end of it. Not this time.
Ball against Bridges. Ball with the bucket. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be. The extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics. And the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. New Orleans making some changes here. Diallo, he's checked in for Hayes. Williams comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Josh Hart in for Drew Holiday. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. Here's Diallo, and he jams it with authority.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
Suns leading by 6. Out to the right wing. Okafor with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Second shot opportunity. And it's Okafor missing.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
And I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. Let them hear it. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Okafor. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Charge has got 5 points so far.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight quarters. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Hart kicks to Okafor. Here's Diallo. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Williams with the steal. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
Welcome back to New Orleans as we take a gentle cruise down the Mississippi River before returning to action. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Kelly Oubre.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
And he has tremendous mental fortitude. He's a guy you can count on to give you his all every single game.
Brandon Ingram's out there with ABC. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Favors. And it's Ball in at the point. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that hype around him. He goes 7 feet, 250. with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that one falls for Favors. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
Rubio uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 8.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And that one's good. Williamson. ABC's got his second bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
To the inside. And stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Oubre, good.
He's starting to develop that range. Maybe the stroke isn't perfect, but Oubre showing promise.
Here's Redick. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Passes to Oubre. Shot from 12. Kicks it out to Booker. Feeds to Ayton. Second shot opportunity. And the foul called on ABC. That's foul number 2 for him. Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Ball. And the Suns also making a change. Bridges, he's checked in for Oubre. 1:56 left in the third quarter. The pass to Rubio. Phoenix, no good that time either. Pelicans trail by 11. Outside, Redick. Pass to Williamson. You know, Doris, certain guards just have a knack for scoring in the post. When you think of that list, I'm sure there are a couple right at the top that come to mind.
Yeah, well, who don't you want to deal with in a low post out of the guard position? I'll give you one. Dwayne Wade. If he's on the post with a back-down dribble that he can use to his advantage, turn the lights out. Here's another guy. Sean Livingston. Unbelievable length, plays at his own pace. Both guys are nightmares in the post. Good luck checking either one.
Check Diallo. He's checked in for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore comes in for J.J. Redick. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Hayes. The Suns have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And Hayes throws it down.
That's a nice little outside in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Suns leading by 10. Pass to Booker. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. Holiday dishes to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Johnson surveying the floor. Booker, right side. Kaminsky in the corner. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Baines finds Booker. Johnson outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo. Here's Williamson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kevin. But he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
New Orleans shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Here's Booker. 13 points in the game. Puts it up from 15, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Booker's got 15.
Yeah, one of his many attributes, guys. Booker is hard to stay with when he's pulling up off the dribble.
And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then there's Oubre, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. Some changes for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Shaq Diallo. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Williamson, rebounded by Kaminsky.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Saric checked in for Aaron Baines. Timeout called, the Suns.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
Williams is checked in for ABC. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoskov address the team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Redick against Saric. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Suns leading by 7. Here's Booker. And Derek Favors pulls it down.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Rubio kicks to Saric. On the wing, Booker. Back to Saric. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And it's 7 points for Dario Saric.
Now, Kev, how about that setup? Booker with the impressive vision finds the open man, makes the game easy.
Gets Ingram atop the key. Rebound by the Suns. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 10-point Suns lead.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point. That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
Now, this is one of the most talked about international players ever, and I think Rubio just needs to stay healthy and keep working on that shot.
Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Redick. That shot missing, and Phoenix will come the other way. Good on in the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
And remember, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
ABC's checked in for Williams. Passes it to Williamson. Redick for three. Good on the three-point shot.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
To the paint. Ingram with the steal. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. The shot by Redick, no good. Suns leading by 8. The pass to Booker. Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Suns.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Devin Booker.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for New Orleans. He doesn't get the second one. And here's New Orleans now. 11-point game. Redick passes the ball. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Ball against Johnson. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Favors.
Derek Favors using that long frame to send that back twice on the pipes, Kevin.
Drills it from outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bridges. That one falls. And the Suns lead by 10.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.